Hello everyone and welcome back to my B&B Everyday YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. At Forrester, Hope is on the phone with someone trying to set up an interview about the coming chapter of Hope for the future when Steffi comes by. Hope admits it's strange to see her there. Steffi says it's strange for her too. She asks if Brook's around. She has commodity to run by her. Hope tells her she may have to stay for a while, she's not in the structure. Steffi asks, is she okay? Hope says Ridge moved out of the house they participated together and is with Taylor now, so is she okay? I don't know, Steffi. You tell me. At the Forrester manse, Ridge and Eric bandy Steffi's return to Forrester with Zend. Ridge says it's time for her to pull off her plan and mentions meeting Daphne. Eric and Zend wonder, what about Brook? How does he feel being down from her? Eric thinks the achievement cuts deeper for his son because of Brook's involvement. Ridge can't be with a woman who did what she did to him and their family. Zend asks if that's why he's with Taylor now, because he can trust her. Eric recaps that he's gone back and forth between the two women. There's nothing you don't know about them. Ridge questions if he ever really knew Brook at all. Right now they need to hope Steffi can pull off her plan and get the company back. Taylor is on the phone in the Precipice house working when Brook walks in. Taylor disconnects and Brook says the door was open. I'm sure you know why I'm then. Talk turns to the poke and Brook says she lost control. Taylor notes she's been through a lot. Brook accuses her of taking full advantage. Not that it surprises me. She should have known the Hall of War over Ridge would be again. She asked her and she denied it. What hurts the most is that she picked her in the reverse to make it be. In Lee's office, she tells Poppy that the maternity test proved Tom is Aunt Luna's father. But she's sure her family knew that formerly. We both know why, don't we, Penelope? Poppy asks why she did another maternity test. Did Luna ask her to do it? Lee says she knows nothing about it. She's wanted to know who Luna's father was for times. And I'm hysterical, my reservations were right each on. Lee wants an honest answer about Tom Star. Is Poppy really that surprised that he's not Luna's father? She thinks she's known each on and didn't want anyone to know who she really slept with. However, they'd know the unattractive Verity if they set up out. The unattractive, libelous Verity. One that would rock our entire family. Lee emotional adds, I'm right, aren't I, Penelope? You know I'm right. At Forrester, Hope tells Steffi she's no way really accepted her mama's relationship with Ridge. Steffi asks, which time Hope muses that couples have their issues. You and Finn have had yours. Steffi would equate what she has with Finn to what Ridge had with Brook. She continues to hurt him with her conduct. Hope says her mama was in an insolvable position. Steffi counters that it's still a treason when her father can't forgive. It's a good assignment for Brook and Hope. Steffi points out that the company was stolen but not without a cost. The tableware filling in all of this was her parents getting back together. Hope reminds her Ridge chose to be with Brook. Steffi could no way understand it given the chaos she brought into his life. He was addicted to her, but he's eventually broken the cycle. Brook is eventually out of his life formerly and for all. At the Precipice house, Brook complains to Taylor that she attacked on Ridge the nanosecond there was an opening. Taylor came back because she allowed. She was dying and had no intention of being with Ridge. This is on Brook, who attacked on the CEO position. Brook denies it. Taylor says all that matters is how Ridge feels. He's hurt and disabused by her treason. Brook squints, so he turned to you. Taylor says it's commodity she'll have to accept sooner or laterly. Taylor tells Brook they're together and planning a future. Brook snarks about her not wasting any time. Taylor says it's awful being with Ridge again. She didn't scheme or plan it, but she wouldn't apologize for it. Moreover, you let him down for the last time, it seems. Taylor asks Brook to excuse her. Ridge is awaiting me. In Lee's office, Poppy doesn't know what's gotten into her family. Lee states that Bill's not Luna's father and neither is Tom Star. But I've a strong dubitation. Who is? Poppy asks if she's going to tell her. Lee says, I want you to tell me right now. At the Forrester manse, Ridge gets good news from Justin by phone and urges him to keep pushing. Taylor comes by and tells him she just had an hassle with Brook. Ridge isn't surprised that Brook is condemning everything on her. They agree she brought this on herself. Ridge only wants to talk about them. He doesn't like being piecemeal from Taylor. We should talk about the sandhouse a little further. But in the meantime, he'd like her to move by there. Taylor would love that. She'd live in an igloo with him. I love you, Rich. I'm so happy we set up our way back to each other. It was worth the delay. They kiss and spoon. At the office, Brooke joins Hope, who tells her Steffi was looking for her. Brooke says she went to see Taylor, and she's no way seen her more confident about her and Ridge. Have I lost him? Have I really lost him for good this time? Hope asks what happened with Taylor. Brooke can't believe she and Ridge are no longer together. It killed her that he turned to Taylor so snappily, but to see that they're actually moving in together. How could he do that to me? Did I mean nothing to him? She allowed. They'd spend the rest of their lives together. But now I don't know what to do. What do I do? Hope leverages her. After, Brooke looks at a print of her and Ridge on her phone wistfully. At the Forrester manse, Taylor walks off to take a call and Ridge gets a call from Brooke. She wanted to hear his voice. He asks, "How's my office?" Brooke doesn't want to talk about Forrester. He mocks her for not wanting to talk about putting a cutter in his reverse. Brooke tells him this isn't the end for them. It's not over. Ridge hangs up on her. In Lee's office, she accuses her family of lying to her all of these times. While I was at work getting a croaker, you were in my home sleeping with Jack. My hubby. You betrayed me with my own hubby. She invites Poppy to look her in the eye and admit it. Jack, he's Luna's father, isn't he? Admit it. Lee learns Tom isn't Luna's father. Daphne plans to get between Hope and Carter. At the Spencer manse, Will is talking to Bill. Will asks for Bill's help in recalling Elektra deepfake prints from the internet. Bill has a name of someone that can help. When Bill asks if there's anything differently, Will brings up that his pater is trying to get relief of him. Luna watches and listens from upstairs. Bill tells Will that he's involved with a sensitive deal. Will knows his father well enough to know it's about Luna. When Luna hears her name, she smiles and listens near. Bill skirmishes off Will's questions and enterprises. Will lets it go for now but tells Bill that working from home is a red flag that commodity big is going on. Before Will leaves, he tells Bill that he's glad Luna isn't his family. After Will leaves, Luna approaches Bill. Luna asks how Will would feel if he knew about their arrangement. Bill just says that Will is a good sprat. At the sanitarium, Lee calls Penelope Poppy Nozawa and process her. Poppy enters and is affrighted to see Tom's liver. Poppy asks what the organ is doing in Lee's office and nearly pukes. Lee confronts Poppy about her knowing each along that Bill wasn't Luna's father. Poppy doesn't know why it matters now. Poppy gets worried and says she knows she's an awful mama. What more does Lee want? Poppy asks. Lee wants the verity. The sisters dispute back and forth. Lee says that she not only has Tom's liver but Luna's DNA sample. Lee explains they both know that Tom wasn't Luna's father. When Lee says they know who that person really is, Poppy covers her mouth and gasps in shock. Carter and Hope are still at the office. Hope suggests they be careful with Steffi Forrester Finnegan. Hope reminds Carter that Steffi played a huge part in the poisonous work terrain that they're working to change. Hope thinks Steffi just wants what's stylish for the Forresters, not inescapably Forrester creations. Carter understands why Hope is doubtful. Carter and Hope ultimately agree to do with caution. Carter ponders Steffi coming around. Hope mentions that Steffi no way gives up a fight. Carter says, "Keep your musketeers near." Hope homestretches, "Keep your adversaries closer." Still, Carter doesn't want adversaries with the Forresters. At some point, Carter would like Rich Forrester and Eric Forrester to come back. As Carter and Hope get near, they kiss and change the L word. At the Forrester estate, Steffi addresses to Ridge and Eric about manipulating Carter and Hope. Ridge beams with pride. After Eric leaves, Steffi promises to do right by her namesake as she gapes at Stephanie Forrester's print. There's a knock at the door. Daphne arrives and meets Ridge. Daphne sniffs Ridge and addresses about his mannish scent. As they talk, Ridge finds Daphne relatively perceptive. Steffi explains that Daphne is creating a scent for Forrester Creations. As they talk about the changes since the preemption, Daphne declares it's a travesty. Steffi calls Daphne her secret armament. Steffi announces that no man can say no to Daphne. Not indeed Carter.